Waves of emotions since yesterday, flooding in out of nowhere. It's like when you finally release the ego and that final mask drops, that invisible one, the subconscious one that you don't know existed. When you step into your authenticity completely, 100%, and you anchor in that energy of authenticity, when you've faced all your shadows and you know yourself, when you release the false sense of identity, the thing that not many people speak about is that you have this inner sense of peace, but along with it comes a tethering where it's almost like all the past versions of you. You have this almost like a life review in real time. And this overwhelming feelings of gratitude, it comes in waves. It just continues to crash in and hit you. And I've been trying to find the words for a word that means to be so proud of the progress you've made. And I haven't found it because it's more of an energy that you feel within yourself. It's like, here I go again, all those versions of you that waited for this moment, that thought it would never come. All those versions of you that were warriors, that held on to the pain, that felt the disappointment, but didn't take the easy way out even when they wanted to. It's like the homecoming when your soul awakens and your human self aligns with it and you become one. There is this overwhelming feeling of gratitude that I just cannot explain. It's like you're so thankful. You know yourself. All those false versions, all the people you had to be in order to get this far. You realize that it was all projection. It was all ego trying to protect you from all the trauma, from all the pain, from all the disappointments you've gone through in the past. And people describe healing as like an onion, like layers. And I like to think of it as all these masks. Like we have hundreds and hundreds of masks every time something happened in the past. Someone disappointed us. Every time we bottled our feelings down. Every time we had to be someone that wasn't the truest version of ourselves. In order to survive, we put another mask on. Someone breaks your heart and you just get fed up because it's over and over again. Another mask goes on. Someone leaves and you just have to keep going. Another mask goes on. You trust the wrong person. You feel like you're vulnerable and you put another mask on. You get the point. We just keep putting all these masks on, and then we get to a point where our mind creates this narrative about ourselves, about other people, and it wears all these different masks. And then we get to a point where we sit for the longest time with the version of ourselves we feel like we needed to be to keep safe, to keep that peace. And even though we heal and we let go a little bit, we put these walls up and we hide behind that one mask. That one mask becomes stuck. We realize in all the ways we broke our own heart, we realize where we needed boundaries, how we want to feel, how we showed up in the past, and not realizing that there's still another mask that's keeping us from stepping into the highest version of ourselves. And the more we choose ourselves, the more we step into our authenticity, the more we no longer let fear control us, we no longer attach ourselves to people or to an identity. We just show up as the truest version of ourselves in the moment. The more those masks start to fall. And recently, that final mask fell. The realizations came. I was so busy looking at everyone else's mask out of self-preservation that I didn't realize that I was wearing one myself. The one that didn't allow me to be completely vulnerable. The one that kept me safe. The one that was holding on to that last little bit of control and disguised it as such things as boundaries and self-preservation and self-respect, but it kept me from fully being myself. And recently that mask has fallen off, and I can't even explain to you how freeing it is. I don't care who stays, who leaves. When you have that wholeness within yourself, when you feel safe to be vulnerable because you've been through hell and back 1,000 times. The people you wanted to stay and left, you healed from them. You learned about yourself. You changed your perspective. You realize that nothing outside of you can truly affect you, and that the most important thing is that you love you. You choose you. You know who you are. And you free yourself from the identity of your trauma. And that last mask falls, and the flood of emotions that comes in, because it's like you still have to adjust to the highest frequency of that authenticity. Little by little, we go around in circles. We revisit patterns and situations and energies. We learn the same lessons in different people. We get the opportunity to repeat cycles in order to choose differently, in order to learn what works for us and what sits the best for us on a soul level. And we get to a point where we're kind of forced to just surrender. We cannot continue to do things in the same way. We no longer let other people influence the way we show up. And that's when something just clicks. The whole outside reality just shifts. People see you for who you are. People choose you because you choose you. Some people will be scared, but you realize that it has absolutely nothing to do with them. Your journey is your business and your responsibility. Your healing is on you. How you choose to see the world, how you choose to perceive the events of your life, and how much power you give it, that's on you. No one can take that away from you. People can act however they're going to act. You choose how you live your life, how you respond. And it's just so overwhelming, the energies that come in, but I just couldn't be more grateful, more proud of myself. You get to a point where you do the work and it's like, if I were to go now, everything I thought mattered, I realize it didn't. This is what matters. I'm grateful for the The best way to describe it is like the final veil is lifted. It's like this wave of clarity on who you truly are. Not the persona, not the ego, not the trauma, not the identity you gave yourself. The true you is revealed and you can't unsee it. And everything else, all those masks you put on, they no longer fit who you truly are. And it's almost like you've awakened from a dream and you have all these memories of the dream. You remember the dream, it felt real, and you reflect and you interpret the dream and it all has meaning. But then it's like in this split second, it all makes sense. You're like, well, I wouldn't have done things that way in real life. And it gives you this different perspective, from a higher perspective. You see it from your true self. And that's kind of what this ascension journey is like. When you finally come home to yourself, when you see through all the illusions, where you see the bigger picture, you reflect on what happened in the dream, and you wake up. It's like it all makes sense, and you take those parts and you're grateful that you're awake, that the dream wasn't real, and you can like parts of the dream and take that with you and use it in your everyday life. You get to choose the parts you take with you. So I just wanted to share that. A bit of rambling this morning, but my ears are ringing. I've been posts, but nothing really makes sense. Like the energy is hard to translate, and I feel like my words are getting lost in translation. And this is a common theme in the spiritual community at the moment. A lot of readers are having the same thing happen. It's like we're still anchoring in the energy, and it's not meant for everybody. Not everyone is standing on the same timeline at the same place. They still have their own inner lessons to learn within themselves. They're still learning them, and that's okay. But it's just a reminder, just keep going. If there's one piece of advice I can give you, continue to choose yourself. Look back in the past and use it as a tool. You don't have to stay there. Think of your past as if it were a dream. You wake up from the dream and you have this clarity, and you get to choose what you do. You get to take the lessons, the insight from the dream, and you get to apply it from the who you are today, the person you are, rather. And I wish you the very best of luck.